Hello?
Hey, Ben. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect.
And it looks like we got Missy McVeigh is connecting to
Awesome.
audio or trying to. Um, it's already recording, so it's
Okay.
kicking, already kicked off recording. And then, you saw the message. As soon as this is over, it's recording to my machine. So as soon as it's done processing, then I'll go through the process of pushing it back up to Facebook.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah,
So
this will probably end up being a quick one. So,
that
especially
works.
not in person. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everybody, there's an awe amongst the crowd. Oh man, short meeting. What?
I see
Hey,
Missy.
Missy.
Missy, oh, there. Okay. Looks like you're muted.
We can see you. All right, so we got a couple more minutes.
Pretty much, yeah. I've got the Optimist Creed up, so I can share my screen
Okay, cool.
at the end for that, because most people don't know it by heart yet.
Yeah, I still don't, and I'm the president. But
After years of saying it, all of a sudden you realize I don't actually have to look down. And then you're like,
yeah.
oh my, I can't believe I know this thing without having to look down.
It's just amazing. um, okay, there now I can be seen better.
Yes, lighting is kind of key.
That's better. I've got my room is or my office is just so freaking. There's stuff everywhere. I can't hardly find any room anymore. I've only been here
I'm
for a
in my
year.
living room, so
Yeah, yeah. I
okay.
would, but my roommate's actually watching TV.
Looks like Mel and Vivian are joining.
Yes.
Hey guys.
There they are.
Hi. There we are. A little bit, huh?
Well, we got a few people.
Yeah, I think Chase might be getting on. I never heard from Ashley. And then Ben Fisher, he said he's driving home, but he's going to try and get on if we're still having the meeting. So, Nancy was going to try and get on too.
I called everybody and gave them the information, left a message if they didn't respond, how to get on. And you have, I know Missy McVeigh's husband is setting her up to get on. He called
She's
me.
on.
Yeah, she's actually on now. Yep. She's with us.
So we'll see how this goes.
Missy. Yeah. This will be a good one. Missy, if you, it looks like you're still muted. If you're trying to talk, we're not able to hear you. I can see you.
Does she know how to unmute herself? She's new.
Oh, there she.
There we go.
Yeah. There she is. Yep.
There you
Hey,
are.
Missy.
Can you hear me now?
There you
Yes,
go.
perfect.
Gotcha.
Now, in terms of the pledge, do you think, I mean, we don't have a flag. Do you we just go with the Optimist Creed and
Well, do I have a flag somewhere?
Yeah, but by
Well,
the time you find it, it'd be long.
Here's the wonderful thing. I have the internet, so
Let's do that.
he can
Just
actually
like
share his
internet
screen, so
flag.
we could actually do that. Yeah.
Yeah. See how many people get here by 6:30 when they're supposed to.
It's
Well-
going to take a while for some to get on, I think.
Yeah. We actually just hit 6:30, so looks like we're sitting at 5 so far.
Okay.
But if you guys don't mind, I can wait another minute or two and see if
That would be nice.
Anybody else shows up,
I
or
would
we can
think
go ahead and
maybe
go.
our treasurer would be getting on.
Yeah, Leslie said if she wasn't able to get on, Ben's recording it, so he was going to put it on Facebook. She said she was going to review it there. So
Okay.
okay. I have an American flag, so I just need to successfully share my screen, and then I can. We'll have that ready.
great. So no dessert. I'm looking at the agenda. There's no dessert time. Yeah. Okay.
We got David and Jenny connecting. Jan, my mother-in-law, was going to try to connect from New Mexico.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So,
I called
Good.
her last night.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I,
Said she's going to give it a shot.
Long distance.
that's the beauty of Zoom.
Mhm.
It'd be 4:30 her time when she
Right.
tries to get on to match ours.
Maybe. That may be different.
Yeah. I always have to, because they don't do the time shift. So for a part of the year, it's 2 hours, and the other part of the year, it's 3 hours difference.
Mm.
He was thinking 2 hours.
Yeah. This time is 2.
All right. You guys want to just go ahead and start then?
Okay.
6:32, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to the Zoom meeting, to the first Zoom meeting. We'll go ahead and start with the invocation. I'll go ahead and do that. So, Lord, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. Thank you for letting all of us make it through 2020. That was tough, but we got through it, and we're looking forward to a really great and optimistic 2021. Just watch over us as we go through this meeting, and maybe pop some ideas for events and whatnot into our head, if you don't mind. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right. And then we got the pledge.
Okay.
So we got a flag coming up there.
Wow.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh,
All right.
I'm an old dog.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance
Allegiance
To
to the flag of the
of
United States of America and to the republic
for
to
which
stand
it stands,
one nation,
one nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
with liberty and
and
justice
justice
for all.
Man, we pulled that off.
Yeah,
We did well.
we got it. We're figuring it out one way or another, how to do Zoom meetings.
It's hard to do that when you're in a district with 80 or 90 people or whatever. I'll tell you.
Oh,
If just
yeah.
one person
You'd have-
can't do it.
You'd
Yeah,
have
they
to
have to
mute
mute everybody
everybody, I
else.
feel like. Yeah, that sounds horrible. Okay, so to start us off here, no dessert time. Sorry about it, guys. Anybody who's wanting that. But I do
You're
have
at
some
home, you can
Facebook.
have popcorn and a Coke and dessert if you want to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Uh,
So what we are gonna do? Can everybody still see me when I go off my screen? Like, am I still visible and everything?
you are visible now.
Right now? Okay, cool.
I'll pin you.
Okay, I wanted to go ahead and go over, do another marketing insights for Facebook.
Mhm.
So, number one, we got actions on page. We didn't really have anything in the past 28 days. So this takes into account on the 15th. And the only thing we had at that point was the decorating contest, which we did get a winner, and I'll go over that here in a little bit. But so in terms of the marketing, we got one action on our page, so we're down on that for sure. But our page views went up 41% in the past 28 days, so we went to 168. And then post reach was down a little bit, 8%, but we still got almost 2,900, 2,875 in terms of post reach, which is still really nice post reach and
Mhm.
the amount of people that that are seeing our stuff. And then post engagement was actually up 2% from the last one, which was we're at 503 post engagements. So while actions on the page was down, page views were actually up, page likes were down, page followers were down, but post engagements and post reach were still all strong, and page views was really strong with a 41% gain. So I'm definitely happy to announce that. And, our social media presence is really starting to bulk up, I think. My audio doesn't appear to work. Sorry, Dave, and Jenny, we can't hear you or see you.
Oh, there we go.
Now
I think I got it.
There
Can
it
you
is.
hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I just
Cool.
still don't. You can't see me though, can you?
We can't see you. Are you on your
No.
phone or are you on a laptop?
I'm on my iPad. That must be why.
iPad.
I'm using internet audio and whatever. So somehow it's.
Okay. Okay.
Anyhow, at
that
least
works.
I can hear you. I'm
Bottom-
here.
Yeah.
I can see you. Well,
Bottom left corner, or I think you might look for a little video button.
Yeah, it'll
I
have a
don't see
line
it on
through
my.
it. That's all right.
Go figure.
At least
I
we
don't
can
know.
hear
Anyhow, I'm here.
you.
Okay.
Hey.
We
But
got-
so, what was that, Mel?
We've got two more, and sometimes the phones, if they don't have a camera, they won't show your picture. You will.
There
there- oh,
we
there's
go.
There
we go.
Oh,
There you
hi.
go. Hi.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Great. So,
Well, good to see you all. I guess you. Well, I've been able to see you, but at least now you can see me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, okay, well, we got that handled. So in terms of marketing, like I said, our social media presence is definitely on the up and up. I'm really, I really wanted to get an event this month, but I haven't really thought of any, to be totally honest, and on my part. And then Ben Fisher, he was planning to do a chess tournament. We were gonna try to kick that off this month, but that's just not gonna happen. We're halfway through the month, so I know he had a few personal things going on the past couple weeks, so we're trying to. I'll let him kind of do his thing, and maybe next month we can get that. In terms of the Christmas house decoration contest, we did have a winner. If anybody didn't see it on Facebook, they won a $40 gift card to. I don't actually remember the address, but they won a $40 gift card to DQ. Anybody who didn't see, did anybody see the actual photo?
We saw it live. We actually went and found it.
Ooh.
Okay, gotcha.
It was amazing.
It was really nice. It was really nice. Yeah, they killed
was it?
They really killed it.
Was it in
It was on Shirley Drive. Shirley Drive, right off of Range Line.
Ah,
Yep,
And
between
they-
Cross and Lindbergh, one of the little additions that's back in there.
Yeah, they really, this dude really went all out. And I talked to him a little bit when I dropped off the gift card, and he was like, yeah, I'm really hoping we can start bringing this back. Because he was like, I love doing it, and I love being able to drive around and see people with Christmas decorations and all that. It's really, I think that's going to end up being a hit next year. I think this year we only got 5. Next year, I think, with more marketing time, which was my fault, but with more marketing time, I think we probably can double that, maybe get to 10.
It's hard to get a
So,
hold
yeah,
of people
anyway.
nowadays. It's hard to get a hold of people nowadays without the Chesterfield Weekly publishing.
Yeah, true.
Because we
True.
really lost a lot of communication ability. So
Yeah,
Yes, we did.
maybe the Optimist Club needs to take over the Chesterfield Weekly.
yeah.
Need a
We
printing
can call
press.
it the Chesterfield Optimist Weekly.
Yes, we
Sure.
can.
can do that probably.
Yeah, they only need
So-
you only need $400 a week in advertising to pay for it. So
Is it really?
That's where they're at. Yeah. So it takes $400 a week to
Really?
publish and distribute the paper.
And they couldn't make that?
No.
Are they
When
really?
COVID hit,
Interesting.
and when COVID hit, everybody quit advertising. And
Yeah.
$400 a week doesn't sound like that much, but
It adds up.
$1,600 a month you have to have coming in. So,
Yeah,
but
interesting.
like my ad that I put in there every week is $30.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
maybe it's 35. So I was 10% of the operating margin in that. But anyhow,
Yeah.
that's an idea. A lot of
Yeah.
exposure. The Chesterfield Optimist Weekly.
So there is one thing in terms of marketing that I do want to say, and I talked to my dad about it, and I've talked to you, Dave, about the postcards. So we talked about the postcards and doing postcards, and I'd love for the Optimist Club to also be a part of, do like a Chesterfield community postcard that we can send out. I wanted to do it for the new year, and I mean, we can still get something out in time, but I ended up finding a separate postcard sender that I think is actually going to be better than what my dad showed me him, and Dave, I'll end up talking to you about that probably tomorrow. But they,
Okay.
in terms of that, I really would love to do a postcard. I think we can make it relatively cheap around Chesterfield. It gets a little bit of marketing for the Optimist Club, gets some for like me for real estate, and it's for Dave as well. And we all three can kind of benefit off of that. I think people seeing our face and knowing the resources that this town has is going to be a benefit. If you have anything that you need, you know, you can always talk to the Optimist Club. You can talk to me. You can talk to Dave, whatever we can. So it's, I'm going to be looking into that. And this week I'll probably end up having something for that actually made. And then I thought about, I was going to talk to Leslie about it, but she's obviously not on, she was unable to make it today. So I will discuss that with her as well. But I think we can make a cost-effective way to market ourselves via postcards. And it doesn't have to be that often, maybe every couple months, but we need to people need to know that we're out there. And that's one of the things I'm really trying to push this year. In my year as president, I really want social media to take off, and I want people to just know that we exist. If they know we exist, they're more likely to join. They're more likely to join an event. They're more likely to attend an event and just hang out and know what we do. They're more likely to donate to the club or donate to a cause that the club is operating. So that's going to be a big goal that I have this year. Now that we're officially in 2021, I think we can make that happen. And then another thing. What does anybody have any comments on marketing or anything?
It sounds exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I can visualize it starting with a little postcard and growing.
Yeah.
And to tie things in, we could do a design a postcard contest. Not right away,
Yeah.
but you know, throw that one out there. Design our next postcard or design our permanent something.
I love that idea, actually. I think that's a really cool idea. Have like a contest for that where people can design our Chesterfield Optimist Club postcard. And
it could even be submit an image for the postcard kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't have to be design something. It's just take a neat picture of something in Chesterfield.
Yeah. Interesting. I like that idea a lot, actually. So what I wanted to do, and I wanted to have one community postcard at least just with some of the resources in Chesterfield. One, it's going to cut costs. And then we can look into, after that, I would love to do a postcard every quarter, like a quarterly postcard or something, just that we're sending out just Optimist Club as well. I think that would be a good idea. So that way people, I mean, you already know that we're a Chesterfield resource, but they got to keep knowing that.
How do you get the mailing list?
Yeah. So I was talking to my dad today. He was showing me it's a marketing thing that he has now, and he just started it, and he's trying to figure it out a little bit too. But you can buy a address list in a certain zip code. On that, you would purchase the address list, and then you can keep sending postcards, and you can make it automatic. I mean, you could set it up for every 3 months. This postcard will get sent out, or a certain variation of this postcard will get sent out to those addresses. I don't know the cost of purchasing the zip codes or anything, or if we're able to, I mean, heck, maybe we could not have to buy them and kind of override that and find our own addresses. Maybe we could find a resource for that. But I really actually think I'm very excited about what my dad showed me, because I actually think it's going to have a lot of marketing for the Optimist Club along with personal business and stuff like that. So I really think the Optimist Club is going to benefit. And I'm going to keep talking to him and whatnot.
We used to do a positron, and usually the president did it, or the secretary, or someone in the club that had interest in doing a positron. which would tell you what's going on with your club meetings, each and every meeting. And we put it out and sent it out, and it took postage to each one of the members. But if we published a positron and put it on our Facebook page, you know, that might be helpful along with the postcard that's going to go out. That would say, and the postcards could say Chesterfield Optimist page, and we have a positron you could read about our club.
Well, and
Besides all the events we did.
if we post a lot to the Facebook becomes a digital positron.
Right.
It's going to have all
Right,
of our
yeah,
events.
exactly.
It's going to have, you know, our meetings, random pictures, you know, those kind of things, and it becomes our digital positron.
That sounds like a winner. We ought to call it that.
Our digital.
Talk to
positron. I'm
Zuckerberg about
yeah.
changing Facebook to digital positron.
For the Chesterfield
Too
Optimist.
bad you don't have now much longer. We'll just add more work.
Yeah.
When you're ready, I will talk about the stuff that's more work that we're currently doing.
Project.
Yeah.
Go ahead and finish what you were doing, Jacob. I don't mean to.
Yeah. Well, I was actually getting ready to go into the Indiana North District website.
Yes.
Is that what you were wanting to talk about, the history and all that?
Yes, I did.
And the work you put in on it? Yeah,
Oh.
we're really happy that Vivian put in so much work. She really killed it. I looked at it the other day. I was like, that's really cool. And I love the website. Maybe we need to share that on Facebook. And then did we share that on email? Did you send an email to people with that? Or I think I got an email. If not.
I think I may have, but
The
I'd have to look
district
back. The district sent some out to the officers, I believe.
Yes.
They're trying to push the meeting. It's coming up on the 14th and 15th of January.
For the district.
And they're going to reveal at that time what is on the new website. So I held off on pushing it too much within our club, but I would like to suggest those who would want to peek at it early. It's there to look at now. Now, I'm not done with the history part, but when you first go on that website, and that's at the Indiana North Optimist website, when you get to it, pretty quickly after you're on it, you have this choice array of places to go. But one of the places you end up going shortly, you'll see a picture of Leslie and myself and Nancy Barker from last year. So there I am. I said, oh my. But our club was represented there. And as historian, you'll see a tab. One of the choices you can go to says history. And there are two items on there. One of which is the book that Ken Brammer had written. He's from the Anderson Club. He wrote a book on the history of Indiana North that began with some history of Optimist International as well. And it is largely, as you'd expect in any book, it's writing rather than pictures. It has pictures, and in fact, it has roster covers. Our roster books had roster covers on them that had caricatures on them for many years, and that is included up until that date. And I felt it was necessary to save the next 20 years as well. So I wrote my own history. I started writing it kind of like the way he did. Very nice, it's a book form. Then I was told the district didn't want to spend the money on books. So they're going to put it on the website, and it's going to be a visual presentation. I knew if it's going to go on there, I needed to change it dramatically so that it is visually appealing. You don't read lots of words necessarily when you're on a website. And so I tried to make it look pretty. And I used a lot of little pictures. I did what I call a patchwork history, sort of something I've never seen anybody else do. I thought this was fun. And each line has on it the International Optimist president, and then a little bit about him, picture, some logo, something about what they're doing, and the theme for his year, and the convention location and something about it. And then next to that, I have our Indiana North governor picture, and that governor's theme, where that governor's from, and then some pictures about him, maybe some a logo or something that came up, something to make that visually attractive. Now, the ones that are more recent, because I've gone to many Optimist meetings in the district, I had some that I happen to have in my computer. So I included those when I had them. But it is a growing kind of history. So I can add more pictures as I get them and add more items to it. But it's easy for them on their side. They tell me when I give them in the format that they need, they just zip it on there. So it's not a big problem to change the whole thing out each time. So that's what I'll be doing. And then on top of that good news about what has happened, you remember when I did Nancy's virtual scrapbook in addition to the paper scrapbook? They're going to put that online. They're going to put it on under a new category, and they'll tell you about that if you get to attend that district meeting. And that would be on the Saturday, where they'll talk about those kinds of things. Friday evening on the 14th, you will have a executive board meeting, which others are welcome to attend as well. Sometimes they have to discuss something that not everybody can go to, but generally you can. So it's up to those who want to attend the meeting after the executive board meeting, if I'm understanding correctly, they can do that. It's kind of a chance to not leave your own home and not spend the hundreds of dollars it'll cost you to stay at a motel and all that and buy your meals out, to do it from home if you are available on that Friday and Saturday. It's Friday evening and then Saturday early. And we have sent out information on that. Have you all received yours? Missy, you're new. I'm not sure whether you've gotten anything on it or not.
I think I did receive it. I'd have to go through and check, but I'm pretty sure I did receive it. I definitely received something from Becky, I think.
Good.
Yeah, I think.
In addition to all that, you also received a copy of the A&A report that goes out quarterly. And, you know, it looked pretty good to have had a couple of activities already this year. That's really neat that we were able to do that. Gives us more points. It's kind of a contest. And it's going to be a sad contest this year with COVID because it's so much harder for clubs to do things. But I wanted to make sure we turn in our stuff in case we get to be an honor club. That counts a lot on that too. We haven't won in years other than for one quarter. So it would be nice to do so, but it's kind of bad to do it at this bad time when not everybody could get together in that great big meeting place that we were able to use. And we'll miss it this week, don't we? We're on Zoom and we don't have quite as many people as we would at a regular meeting. And we wondered how many we actually would get. And once you hear it's going to be recorded, that makes it even easier to attend, but you're not really getting to input anything. And that's the bad part. But that's the same thing with our FaceTime. People can't input who are watching it on FaceTime, either live or recorded. So Zoom is nice that way. But Ben, we appreciate what you do. I mean, that's just amazing what you can do. We're all like, well, I don't have to be the one running it. Because it is an art and a skill that has to be done many times to learn it. I don't think it's a fast thing. We have a wonderful governor this year, Becky Mahoney, and she has stepped up to the plate, learned this Zoom, teaches Zoom, and has many meetings with her people who are in officer positions. It's a treat to have someone that dedicated and involved as your governor. So I appreciate that. And the year before, we had 4 ex-governors doing it. And considering the difficulties of the COVID time, it was really nice that the 1 quarter that required Zooming skills, we had Greg Palmer, who is able to do that. And we had Ben filling in and teaching the others for the oratorical Zoom activity. Contest needed somebody who knew what they were doing. And we had that. So we were very fortunate that way.
We also have oratorical and the essay coming up, which she is the oratorical chair and I'm the essay. The 28th, those had to be turned back in to be
February 28th.
yeah, to be judged and then sent on to the district. I took them over today and turned them into Delville School for the essays. So they have them in-house, and Debbie Bookout will be working on those. And I think the
oratorical due date, we don't know yet. They lost their oratorical chair, so I don't know as much as I might at this time. I had sent before Christmas the materials to the school, just the application for the oratorical, but it really didn't have, beyond the topic and the rules, a deadline for our activity. Normally I would have done it at an in-person appreciation type award dinner where we take care of our winners from the essay, which are already judged at that point. And then the oratorical contestants get up there and they do their speeches, which are timed and reasonably short, but not so short that we could have 20 people doing it either. So we'll see. This year, without having a dinner planned for our regular members, we could skip serving a meal, skip doing what we did before, and just have a ceremony of appreciation for the winners of the essay, and do the contest either at the same time or do it online on Zoom, depending on what we're able to do. We'll see. Oratorical is up in the air. I just can't tell you exactly what we're doing.
they had one club just came right out and said we don't have the capability and our people aren't going to be able to get on Zoom and do that. So, and there's a lot of controversy going on about how to do it, and so they're still struggling with it. But Ben, I think you're going to be right in the middle of it, no doubt.
Just tell us what to do, Ben. We have a feeling that they'll be looking for a chair. I would not answer the phone for a while.
Well, they've got my work email, so they know how to get a hold of me. And I had already said that I have no problem doing another regional like we did before.
Yeah.
And kind of hosting that. With the Zoom, it becomes kind of, the reason you're doing regional is because of driving distance. Well, that one kind of goes away, and it just becomes trying to put together enough for a contest, or splitting them up so you don't have 20 at one and 3 at another. So might have to work our regionals this year, and if they're all Zoom based, then it just break it up by number and say, you guys are going to this Zoom, you guys are going to this Zoom, and then since there's no driving, it's.
We got a lot of kids looking forward to the oratorical and the essay. We don't want to disappoint them if we can keep from it.
No, and at this point, most all of them should be probably better Zoom versed than I am from, know, all of the digital and virtual learning. So they should all be ready to go for it. Because when we were doing ours, it was right at the beginning. I mean, that was February, March of last year.
Right.
So that was when everything was starting to really, happen.
If we do stuff online, is there a way to utilize like I mean, I like Facebook Lives because there's no. One reason I like them is because there's no feedback. I mean, it's just straight up somebody talking, and then the other people really just have to listen. Like in a Zoom call, you can have interruptions and stuff like that. Is that anything that we should look into for if we have to do it online for the oratorical and whatnot? Or is
Possibly.
Zoom just easier? You know what I mean?
I think the benefits of Zoom is you've got the breakout rooms that you can put people into. So that way you can kind of segregate people. You can keep your contestants in a room and bring them into another room where you have the judges and everybody else, and then take them back out, and then you can bring everybody in for, at the end, and do that. And I don't think Facebook, and they might, I don't do Facebook that well. I don't think they have quite that many capabilities to be able to pull that one off. But the one nice thing is Facebook being able to share all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So and I don't know what the policy is. There might be a policy about sharing all the video of those oratoricals. Now that I say that out loud, I think there probably is, because you don't want to have it out there and have a judge stumble across it for someone down at the next oratorical, the next contest, because now they have a preconceived notion of how this should look. So, but I'd have to double check the rules on that. And it's a case of writing new rules. With the virtual things, we're all kind of figuring stuff out. But well, I would probably stick with Zoom because I know that one better. I've done it once, and so it just makes it a little bit easier to keep it organized.
And that's what they're going to do for the district and the international for the oratorical, probably.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious. I didn't know how all that would work, and so yeah, Zoom would be fun. That's great. So hopefully we can
spinning
do
the
it in
wheel?
person. What was that? The Wheel of Misfortune?
Yeah, the wheel of misfortune. We're going to spin that tonight.
Unfortunately, I don't have it. And
I
Ben
know.
was driving
There's-
home when the meeting started.
Fisher isn't here, so I guess we probably aren't. But if he
Yeah,
was
I'll let it.
he could spin the wheel.
Well, you have to
Oh,
do
yeah.
extra spins next time.
Our
Yeah, I'll have
fines
him
will say here.
Extra spins for the next meeting for sure. So
I guess I want to make one more point on the oratorical and essay award type. We have to decide what we want to spend exactly on the prizes. Normally we gave little scholarships, and they will be smaller this year. I think we talked a little about it at a previous board meeting. But the fact that there won't be a dinner would save us money we normally pay for the students' meals. So that will save us some money. And if we're doing this, we would need an in-person meeting for us to do an award ceremony normally. So I'm trying to visualize if we can't do that. But right now school is in session, so the students are still going, I guess, depending on which school district you're with.
Alexandria is, so is
Is
Delville.
Anderson?
I'm not sure about the Anderson schools.
Does anybody know if Anderson's going?
I
I
have
don't
no
think
idea.
they are.
Yeah.
I don't think
Daleville's
they
I
are
know.
right now.
I think Daleville is.
Daleville
Daleville,
is, and Daleville's the one
Yeah.
we work with. So we'll
Okay.
see.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I mean, if we can't.
We'll have our sports awards program for, the children there. That depends on the COVID.
Yeah. If we can't do anything in person, I think doing an award ceremony would be easier to get that done. If we had to rent, like if we just needed to do a room in Mill Creek, I feel like we could get everybody together if it's just 4 or 5 people and have somebody videotaping it, and then maybe parents can watch via Zoom.
Oh,
or
that's
whatever.
an idea. Uh-huh.
So you only have 5 people in a room. That I can't see how that would be an issue, but
Yeah.
so that would be an idea.
Mm-hmm. The judges could be either there or watching it on Zoom. If we did Zoom. although I don't know that you could get it captured at there if they have a good internet connection for us to use. That was a question before.
Yeah, that was a
Hmm.
question.
We can probably use like a cell phone for not FaceTime, for Zoom. Like I could use my
Yeah.
cell phone or whatever.
I mean, that's what I've been using is just my cell phone data for the Facebook Live that we've been doing.
Mhm.
So, and I've done a Zoom using my phone for the band boosters, Alexandria band boosters, and it works fine. I don't. I'm trying to remember. I never dropped signal. There's a couple times where it might have got a little garbled, but otherwise, that's about the best we can do.
Yeah. If we
Oh,
need to do it that way, another way would be because I know we on Facebook. Well, what were you saying, Ben? Sorry.
I was going to say Nancy's joined us. It looks like she's got
Oh,
audio, but I don't know
great.
about
Hey, Nancy.
video.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
So,
Hi.
There we go.
But in regards to that, we can have if we do it via like Zoom or Facebook Live or however we would do the oratorical awards and whatnot, or have the judge, we can actually, if let's say we use your phone or we use my phone, they can bring their own wireless headset. Like what I've got a wireless headset, and this catches everything. They can speak from pretty much whatever distance. They can stand up there and really be able to present, and we'll be able to hear them because of like the wireless headset. So if they're able to bring their own Bluetooth, you would actually be able to hear them instead of like there wouldn't be any audio issues, I would imagine.
Right.
I think that's a really good idea, especially if COVID ends up, if it just keeps going, we're not going to be able to have too many people in a room. It just is what it is. We're faced with some stuff. So
Yeah, I'm sorry I got in on this late. We had a lieutenant governor meeting the other day, and is the oratorical still on? The one that was in charge of it is not doing it now.
Yeah, I told them that, and they were going to have to replace that person, and she just learned it that day, and I didn't hear any
Right.
more yet.
Yeah, so I don't think we have got any update on it.
Oh, well, yes, they have replaced them. And I gotta go find an email.
Yeah, you're right. They
But-
did replace it. We
But
have an email for that.
I missed that.
I'll have to look it back up again and figure out.
Yeah, if you can get that information to me, Ben, that would be great.
Okay, I will find it and I will email it to you.
Okay. So maybe
Cool.
by the next meeting that we have, we'll know something more concrete about it. And if I hear anything, I will let you know.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Perfect.
Mhm.
So sounds like in the case that we have to do a virtual thing, I think we can figure that out pretty easily for Zoom. And if they're able to bring like a wireless headset so that way people can hear them, we don't even need the judges there. They could just zoom in. Just get into the Zoom, and I think we could figure that out pretty easily, probably. So
or they could video record their speech, send it to one, person like Ben or yourself, and then you could have a Zoom meeting, share your screen, play their speech, and then everybody is separate. That's, I don't know, maybe an idea. I don't know.
And I think they talked about that. The one downside would be the possibility of editing.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're not getting a live performance. You're getting the best take.
Exactly.
So
You're
that,
right. You're right.
So I think that because they talked about it, and that's why they've kind of stuck with Zoom, is you end up with a live video. You're not going to get that, but that was a thought they had. So
yeah, makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, we'll get that all figured out, and I mean, I'll help however I can, and I'll be there. Probably. I mean, if we do it in the room, then we can use my phone, or Ben, if you want to use your phone, or if you're preoccupied, or I don't care. You guys just let me know what I need to do, and and we'll get it done. But I think it should. I don't know. If we're doing a Zoom and we do it that way, I would definitely require some sort of wireless headset, because the judges just won't be able to hear them unless you're, this close to the camera and they can speak through the phone mic. I would definitely be going for some sort of wireless headset that they need to bring. But
Definitely sounds logical.
yeah. So, okay. Well, anything else on that?
Oh, Dennis DeMay is the name of the gentleman who's taking over his chair for the oratorical on the district level.
Great.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Nancy?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, perfect. All right. So, well, after that, the only thing that I have left is for ideas for the next meeting and maybe a short game for the meeting or something that we can do, hopefully in person. Fingers crossed. I know I don't know if anybody's really thought about it. Honestly, I have not thought about what to do on that, for the next meeting. If anybody has something they want to do, let's do it. It doesn't matter. I mean, if other people don't like it, we're here to really build some team chemistry. I mean, we're all a team. We're all an Optimist Club family. We need to have fun. And so if anybody has something they want to do at the next meeting, let me know. No rush, really. We got 2 weeks, but like I said, I have not thought about it. But
Well, at our next gathering, we definitely want to spin the wheel of misfortune.
yes, we'll just make it all wheel spinning.
All wheel.
There you go.
That's gonna be our internal fundraiser this year.
Yeah. And we need to do some kind of fundraising, internal and external.
That's true.
That's fact. But yeah.
We need to get some fundraisers going, and we can also work with other clubs. They've got the other clubs have got things going on too. So I'll try to get a hold of some of those ideas that we don't know about, and give them to you.
Could we do some kind of a fundraiser with one of the other clubs in the zone? Just,
Right.
Yeah, just a couple of us get together and work one together.
We can all work together on something if we have to, because some of the clubs throughout the state are really hurting right now because of the pandemic. And so that's why I asked Jacob earlier how we were all doing, and financially, membership, and so forth. But the fundraisers is something that we can think about doing even now. So maybe next time we can talk about that. I'll have more information on it.
Okay.
And we did get a really wonderful offer from David here at Dairy Queen to invent our own sandwich, and that he would allow us to advertise it and have them come in to buy that special sandwich. If somebody comes up with a sandwich idea that would appeal to the everybody, and
Fast food industry and
a
everybody.
fast food type, different type sandwich that they would like. I haven't thought about my Swedish meatballs, but I don't know how that would work on a sandwich. They are yummy.
I feel like that'd actually be pretty good. I love Swedish meatballs.
I think that it would work, Vivian, because you can take the Swedish meatballs and cut them in half and just lay them on the sandwich and then put them on. Hamburger bun.
I would
There we
need
go.
co-cooks to make all those Swedish meatballs, which
might need a lot. Yeah.
We do have some lady members now who are cooks, and not so many watching today on Zoom, but we do have some, and it's like, okay, here's some cooks. And I'm not saying that a guy can't cook too. I didn't mean that way, because
I can't.
Does.
I know how to work a crock pot.
Well, that's the idea. I would visualize Swedish meatballs ready in a warm crock pot, delivered, how much more would we need to do beyond that to get the sandwich? Obviously advertise some way and let people know it's going to be there.
Mhm.
What would you say, David? Are we needing to fix it at your place so it's hygienically perfect the way you do at your place?
No, I mean, my crew can take care of that. I mean, if you drive people in there and provide the, you know, the meat, then yeah, we can figure out the rest. But I mean, obviously having a few faces, you're welcome to be behind the counter and be the face of the promotion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the big thing is going to be advertising and getting bodies in there and driving people in there. You know,
But it would just be an additional sandwich you're offering, so it doesn't
Yeah.
affect your business particularly. Hopefully it bring more in, but not hurt,
exactly.
not
Yeah.
hurt your
Hopefully they
business.
buy a Blizzard along with it.
That's right.
We can advertise it on Facebook,
You
right?
don't go to Dairy Queen and not get a Blizzard. I mean, that's
It's just not right.
Now I got it. Yeah, Blizzard.
I'm gonna have a Sunday. Oh,
Yeah.
I have
Hot Sunday.
a on that
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
no-
we would love to try to partner up and do something like that. I think that'd be great. Yep.
Okay.
Be a lot of fun.
Cool.
All right.
Yes, I
It would be a lot of fun. Yep.
Thank you, David.
I'll learn how to make Swedish meatballs.
There you go.
They're so much better than those frozen ones you get at GFS.
Yeah.
Americanize the Swedish
I have
meatball.
Americanized the Swedish meatball.
It's not a little one. You gotta
Yeah.
have to have a whole sandwich.
Well, it's not that big. It'd take two, I think, maybe
You
three.
think it take two? I don't
Probably.
know.
Depends on if you have a long bun or a round bun, how you would do it. I think you need a long bun, so you could put like 3 meatballs in there, and
Yeah.
or 3 halves of a meatball, put it that way.
hmm
We can figure this out logistically. I think we can get it done for sure.
Yep. Definitely.
So
Yep.
great.
Okay.
That's an idea.
So I have one question for you, Vivian. In the
Yes.
announcements on the agenda, you had agenda edition call, and you have like call, text, call home, or office editions.
Yes.
Is that just for the back of the agenda, all the names and whatnot?
Yes, I'd like to have that for the back of the agenda, but also for my husband, the caller, to know what you prefer. You know, it's
Yeah.
like some people won't answer their phone. They only want to look at text. I guess they've gotten too many wrong calls. I'm not sure, but they only look at text. And some people, like myself and my husband, we don't normally text. I don't even know when there's a text on my phone, and I now have a smartphone. I have no clue. I never look at it. So if you text me, you're talking to the wind. So just knowing that preference, and there's not many of us here tonight, but you can tell me what your preferences are.
Call.
Who said
Okay.
that?
That was
Missy.
Missy.
did.
Missy, she wants,
Missy wants a
she wants
call.
to have a call.
Okay.
I would actually prefer text.
Poor Jacob. He
You
gets nothing but emails from
All the
me.
young people don't like text.
can email me
prefer
too.
text.
Just sometimes I get, when I'm reading through an email, sometimes everything just gets clustered in together and I get confused. So
I had a feeling.
if it's a text or phone call, definitely the ideal one. Email would be third preference.
I'm okay with either an email or a phone call. Email, my Gmail is the better one. I check that one more often. On the weekend, I have access to my work email, but I tend to not check it, so I'm not always at work. So
That's a nice way to live. You don't want to be always at work.
Yeah, I like a text or a call, either one. It doesn't make any difference for me. If you can't reach me at one, you call me on the other one.
Okay.
I'd probably opt for a text, but if you call and I can't get you, I'll listen to the voicemail, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, you prefer a text. I got those all jotted down, and I'll put the little letter after the
And something
name
else.
on the agenda. Pardon?
Something else, I had a hard time, with the instructions that you guys gave me to get into
I'm not surprised.
Oh my God.
Bet you did it, Nancy.
Yes.
Well, you know how I did it? I have Zoom on my new computer, and I just went to
Mhm.
that and used the ID and the password there, and I got right in. So I didn't have to go through Facebook. So if anybody has that, you can do that.
I didn't even have to put in a
That's true.
password or anything. I
didn't,
literally
yeah.
clicked what Mel sent me, and it just took me
Yeah.
right to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I tried everything, and I got the smile, and I got all kinds of other information, but I couldn't get on. So I finally thought, well, let me try the Zoom icon, and by golly, I got right in at 5 after 7. Sorry, I hope I didn't miss too much.
Well, you
Just
missed
in
the fun
time.
part. I'm sorry.
If you missed anything, it'll be on Facebook, so you'll be able to
Okay.
recap on that.
Oh, is that
So-
where it's going to be replayed?
Yeah. Yep.
After the meeting, it's got to download and process onto my laptop, and then once that's done, I can upload it to Facebook.
Wow.
All right. Anybody that didn't attend this meeting will still be able to see it.
Right.
I mean gathering. I'm sorry.
Gathering. We're changing terminology. In fact, even our normal international convention is now called a reunion.
Uh-huh.
That's good
just
terminology there.
before, I guess.
Yeah, as soon as you've been there before.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, well, does anybody have anything else that they'd like to mention?
Old business, new business.
We did it.
We did it. Is that old business and new business? We're done with that?
Yeah, pretty much. That basically covered everything that I could think of for today. So,
Well,
in that case, then we'll just go ahead and do the Optimist Creed, and
okay.
we'll get on that. I think Ben actually has it to pull up.
I do. That's
Oh,
not
my.
it.
I see the
There's the
flag.
American
There it
flag.
is.
That's what we want to see.
There we are.
Whoops.
Whoops.
There it is.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So, promise yourself
To be so strong that nothing can
disturb your peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
To talk
Like
health,
health, happiness,
and prosperity to every person you
you
meet.
meet.
To every
To
person.
To make all your friends feel that there is something in them.
Something in them.
To
To
look at the sunny side of everything.
Side of
and
everything.
Make your optimism come true.
Optimism come
To
true.
think only of the
The
best,
best,
work only
to
for
work
the
only the
best,
best, and to
and to
expect
expect only
only
the
the best.
to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your
As you
own.
are about your own.
To forget the mistakes of the past and
Mistakes
press
of the
on to the
past.
greater achievements of the future. To wear a cheerful
the fu-
countenance at all times and give every living creature you meet a smile. To give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others. To be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Perfect. Now, I don't think I can hear anybody now. I don't.
Yeah, I kind of muted everybody because it was getting. Here,
Yeah, that was getting chaotic.
Yeah.
I'll give
A
you that
little
one.
bit. It's a little bit.
But all right, well, I don't have a bell to ding, but that
Ding.
pretty much concludes the meeting. So ding, ding, ding.
All
Oh,
right.
I do on my phone actually, but that's all right. I'll use it next time.
right. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank
Hey,
you.
All right,
thanks,
good night.
guys.
Good night.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Good
Have a
night.
good night.
Good night.